Hey everybody, 126 Supplies here. We're giving you a video tonight showing you the differences between our two pens, the V2 and the V1. So we're going to start with our original V2. This will come to you in a package. You'll just slide it out once you get it. This pen has the retractable tip on it with the open end so that you can put your needle on, put the cap back on, and then inject yourself. If you have needle phobia, you don't have to see that needle. This pen also dials up to 60 units, so that's the maximum you'll be able to take with this. When you first get your pen, you're going to pull it apart and then set your cap aside. Then you will unscrew the vial holder, cartridge holder, and you'll notice that the plunger is up on all the pens that you'll receive from us because we do mechanically test all of our pens prior to sending them out to you. So you'll want to go ahead and just push that down flush, and then you'll have your cartridge ready. You've watched our other video on how to fill and vent your cartridges, so you're good to go there. And if you haven't, go check them out. So put your cartridge in that end, screw it back on, and then we won't do it on this pen today, but my other video shows you how to do that. Put on your needle tip here. You can either dial up from here and go ahead and inject, or if you want your cap back on to hide that needle, go ahead and slide it back on after you've screwed on your needle, dial up against your skin, and inject. So, easy peasy. We're gonna take this cartridge out because I'm gonna be using it to show you some things on our V1. This is our V2. So V1 will come in this package and you'll slide it out. This one also comes with a spacer, so make sure you snag it out of the packaging. We're gonna set that aside and use it in just a moment. So as you can see, the big differences in these pens is the V1 is longer and thinner than the V2. Like I said, the V2 dials up to 60 units and our V1 dials up to 80 units. So this one also has closed end cap, so you cannot inject with your needle, with the cap on, with the needle on there. I'm gonna set that one aside. And again, first things first, you're going to pull your cap off. This one does not twist off like the V2 does. It actually just has a slight turn and then it comes off. Again, push that flush and you're going to go ahead and insert your cartridge. Same cartridge fits in both of our pens. The only difference currently with our cartridges is one is UV sterilized and the other one is steam sterilized. I'm going to go ahead and take our pen needle, pull the paper off, and you just screw it onto the end. Now these have two caps. There's your original one, and then this one actually covers the needle itself. I'm gonna recover this though while we get this ready. So to prime, you're going to dial up. You can do this in your hand. You can do it up against the table, but as you get closer to that plunger, I want you to slow down. And once you feel the slightest bit of resistance, you're gonna stop. And if you have any additional dial-ups at that point, go ahead and just turn it down and dial it down. You don't really wanna crank that down because you're gonna cause more pressure to build up in here and your needle is going to start leaking. If you haven't put a needle on and you've done that, once you put a needle on, it's gonna explode. So, we're gonna do some injections into this cup. This is our test water, which comes in our test kit, cartridge, and you can see that nice stream of water coming out. We're gonna just go all the way up. I wanna show you guys the reason for the spacer that we include. So there it is right there. That's as much as this is gonna let me inject. But if if you take a look at it, there's still some liquid in there. I'm going to put this on just for safety. To pull this off, you'll be able to see a little bit better. There's still pretty decent amount of liquid in there. So this is where your spacer comes in. You can put this in anytime, except if you have a full 3 milliliters in your cartridge, you won't be able to put it in. But let's say you have 2 milliliters of something in here. You can put this in at the beginning. You're just going to drop it in there. You might have to shake it around, but mine landed nice and flat. You're going to push that in just a little bit because you've added that additional space. And again, go ahead and dial it. There we go. So I'm going to put my needle tip back on so we can show you guys that we're going to get some additional liquid out of this. So this spacer is actually going to help you get every last drop of your pep, and that's it right there. So that's the reason for the spacer. We are including them with all of our pens. And of course, when you're done with your injection, you'll slide that on, twist it off, discard this. This is all your waste when you use pens as opposed to long syringes. Nice little tiny waste to go into your container. And then of course, change your cartridge out once you're done. But if you have more peps in there, you'll just cap it and put it back in the fridge.